5 things you didn't know about gaining weight as someone who used to weigh 300 pounds.
Number 1, your liver gets sluggish. What does that mean? That means that overeating gives your liver the same toxicity or probability of disease like as if you were an alcoholic or a drug addict. I was shocked when I learned this, that my liver was sluggish because of my overeating or binge eating or the binging and purging. Your liver can get damaged from being obese over a long period of time. Number 2 is premature aging. Did you know that when you're obese, even though you might not look like you have wrinkles because you have so much weight gain, when you start to lose that weight, you start to see a lot of premature aging. And the aging happens primarily because your liver is so sluggish, but there are all these systems in your body that are overburdened by the excess weight that you're carrying. And it causes premature aging through the oxidative damage. If you want to age well, then you definitely want to consider losing the weight that you've put on.
Number 3, life expectancy. Did you know if your BMI is over 40, you lose 7 years, and if your BMI is over 50, you lose 14 years of your life?
Another thing that you might not know about gaining weight, number 4, is your gut microbiome. Your gut, which is your belly, which is inside of your belly, which is your large intestine, that organ that's responsible for when you go poop, the organ that's responsible for so many things, including your mood, your immune system, how well or poorly you are losing weight or gaining weight. But perhaps the most important thing is that the bacteria that your gut are producing when you're eating processed foods is keeping you bonded to addiction. It is a physiological thing when you are in your addiction. And I look at morbid obesity, and obesity for some of us is really about food addiction. It's about compulsive eating. It's about a compulsive eating disorder. The longer you stay obese, the harder it is to get out of that loop. But I can tell you, it's absolutely possible to break that bond of addiction. And it all happens in the gut. The 5th thing that you might not know is a factor in gaining weight is your hormonal balance. The older we get, and it doesn't mean you have to be in your 60s for this to affect you, this is affecting women younger and younger because of all the demands that we're putting on ourselves with career, oftentimes single motherhood, other things that are causing us a lot of stress. Hormonal imbalance is causing us to keep the weight on and to gain the weight. And this is a really tricky one. But let me just break it down for you here. When your liver is toxic and it's overloaded, it impacts your endocrine system. It impacts your hormonal balance. When your gut isn't functioning optimally, when you're taking a lot of chemicals from the foods that you're eating a lot of processed foods, you're drinking a lot of coffee, you're taking a lot of things that are just toxic in the environment that are perhaps not organic, you are causing a toxic burden on your body. You're causing a number of imbalances. And the hormonal imbalance is perhaps one of the trickiest to correct. But I can tell you, your body absolutely positively can heal itself. It is designed to do so, but you've got to learn how to set it up for success. If you'd like to learn more about the Step It Up program that Penelope and I produced, that we created out of desperation from failing at all the diets that we ever tried, then please click on the link in the description. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly though, we would love to hear your comments about the things maybe you learned in this video or that you didn't know were related to weight gain.